It was a smoky day in June when I went for this walk. Before I even got into the Whitemud Creek Valley, I spotted this white-tailed deer grazing. The golden hour, combined with the smoke, gave an extra golden filter. My voyeurism was soon to end, as she sensed I was watching and headed into the forest. Her tail raised in slight alarm, but not enough to make her bolt. I guess the oatmeal-eating human wasn't too scary. I headed into the creek valley. My next sighting was a white-throated sparrow foraging along the edge of the trail. It was cute watching him hop along and look for food. Then I saw an aquatic mammal. Only when they swam back upstream I could tell it was a beaver. It was still hard to tell without getting a good look at the tail, but it was much larger than a muskrat, and muskrats usually swim with their tail along the surface of the water. If you look carefully, you can see the back end moving in a dolphin-like fashion up and down, along with a hint of the large flattened tail under the surface of the water. They came out of the water briefly to check for any good grasses. They continued to swim upstream. As the beaver reached the sunlight, the waves glittered around him. The sunlight danced delicately on the blades of grass. I looked back upstream. In the haze, I noticed something. Two more white-tailed deer were browsing on the hillside. Then, something else caught my eye. Two mallard drakes swam about. It was cute seeing them so well synchronized with each other. There might be a female somewhere that they are performing for, trying to vie for her attention, but I didn't see any other ducks around. They had certainly caught my attention, especially when they turned around and swam back upstream. I looked back at the deer, who were still browsing. It had been a pretty spectacular morning already, with the animals that I had spotted, but there was more to come. I watched the 2 deer pick their way between the bushes. One of them seemed to look at the bridge, especially as another person passed by. I carried on and spotted a chipping sparrow moving through the grass, probably looking for insects in addition to the seeds that they usually eat. I continued to enjoy my walk through the forest, also taking time to appreciate the light on the pine trees. Along the muddy creek bank, I noticed some footprints. The alien-looking prints are likely from a beaver. There were also some bird tracks crisscrossing the mud. I soon found the bird that likely made the footprints. A spotted sandpiper plucked their way through the mud, looking for small insects to eat. I enjoy watching sandpipers with their dainty walk. In addition to the spots on the belly, the bobbing tail and solitary feeding behavior are characteristic of this bird. It was cute seeing them lunging after prey in the water. Never mind being early, you have to be quick.
No, it's not a muskrat. No, it's a muskrat.
I wasn't sure if this was a muskrat until I saw the tail. They seemed to like their greens washed with a bit of water. They finished eating, then seemed to contemplate whether they were still hungry. A quick swim, and yes, it was time to get some more food. Looks like this one's to go. I continued on to a large section of cliff. Halfway up, I spotted a common raven, who had something black in its beak. I think it's a lump of coal. Ravens really are mysterious birds. The shiny black color must have caught their eye. He dropped it, and it looks like it was all just for amusement. He flew over to the tree, and now seems to have a lot to say. I also visited a special tree, which I nicknamed I Ate It, because of the barbed wire. It's a relic of former days when there used to be farms in the area, rather than houses. I spotted a female common merganser perched on a rock in the creek and preening in the weak sunshine. I was charmed by this colorful wood block jammed into the walkway. The bottom read, "Celebrate Recovery." Uh-oh. Feeding stations often seem to be at the edge of squirrel territories. I found a completely sealed granola bar. To quote Bo Miles, what a waste.
So I decided, okay, I probably shouldn't eat this, and I think it's been stepped on a few times. So what I'm going to do is leave it in a spot where the animals have been fed, so that way they can enjoy it. And then we'll dispose of the wrapper, of course. Was it expired? No, 2024. Okay. go.
I stepped back to see if any animals would come in to eat. A curious red squirrel soon showed up. The passing pedestrian scared the timid squirrel. Meanwhile, a red-breasted nuthatch seemed to be watching from the bird feeder. They're back! Maybe he would have preferred Quaker Oats instead. All in all, it was an amazing walk. Which animal was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.